I promise the steel will win. Okay.
It's been an interesting time in the solar world. When I first started in solar and energy systems, when I was young, it was over 20 years ago now when I worked on my first solar power projects. It was a time where there was, very small equipment, very small systems, and we were at a place in the world where, we were hopeful that technology would get to a scale and a level of growth where the applications for solar could be so valuable. It was hard to imagine the potential of solar other than that it was, at the time for me, interesting, fascinating, cool technology, and I was young and excited about it. I was hopeful that it would grow in a way that it would become such a major part of the energy mix of the planet, but you never know how technology changes and evolves and what's going to be 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future. For me, it's been really exciting to see this change and this growth where this technology has gone from very small industry and very new beginnings to a place where it's now everywhere on the planet and growing at such a rate that it's becoming quickly, and has become in a lot of places, the cheapest cost of electricity produced and delivered anywhere in the world. That opens up opportunities for excitement and growth of technology, from everything from more efficient equipment and electronics to smart grids, the ability to not only just buy electricity and consume it, but to sell electricity and move things in and out of our buildings, right? We never thought we'd be exporting electricity from my home or my office, right? We think about utility grids that are power plants. It was always one direction. We have a power plant, we make electricity and we send it out. And we're moving into this whole new world of exciting technology with the way the solar growth is, energy storage, inverters, smart grids, the ability to change the whole market dynamic of how consumers and producers of electricity work together. So it's a really exciting time. And if you asked me about this 15 years ago, I would have said, it's a really exciting time in solar. And now it's even more exciting, and it's more amazing to see how much it's grown. This is my first time to Bhutan. It's been an absolute pleasure for me to be here and to work with this team. Not only the team from WWF, which has been such gracious hosts, and this kind of idea that JP brought to me a year and a half ago or so was when he first reached out to me and said, hey, I think we should partner together, and that Solar Energy International and WWF can work together to do solar training to help build markets in places that WWF was trying to help move the solar industry forward. And so I was like, wait, where do you want to go? And as we kept talking about it over the course of time, it really developed into this exciting opportunity to take the work that he's been doing with WWF internationally in solar, the work that we've been doing with training programs in solar all over the world, and bring those together into a new partnership. So I'm really grateful for the work that JP's been doing with WWF, what the local WWF team has done here, and the exciting movement going forward. Coming to a new place is always exciting for me. As many of you know, I love to travel, and so this is always fun to go somewhere new. But when you go somewhere new, you never know what you're going to walk into, right? And that's part of the fun of working in the world is going to a new place and not only being excited to go, but when you get there, see how beautiful and how wonderful not only the country is, but the people and the culture, and be able to work with such great teams. So it's really been a pleasure to be here. I do a lot of classes for different people general public, universities, utilities, governments, students in different ways, and sometimes you never know how that's going to go, especially when someone else pays for the course, right? Like WWF. A lot of times if an employer pays for a course, then you don't get as much buy-in sometimes from the students. I've been so impressed over this last week and a half by the focus, the attention, how much effort all of the students from the public sector, but to SUPs coming in and taking this like extremely seriously, being on time, doing all the hard work. And I could not be more impressed by the group and the knowledge that I've seen them turn around, right? It's like you can sit and listen, but to see the effort and the energy that they've all put into this over this time, and this whole group is just, it makes me happy. It makes my heart smile. So I can't thank you all enough for your time, for your energy, your focus and dedication to what you're doing. And I can only hope the best for the solar industry here in Bhutan. Thank you all so much for your time, for this last week and a half. It's been an absolute pleasure.